always something to be thankful of when things are tough. Adeɛ bi wɔ hɔ a ɛnneɛma ma di o nanso so adeɛ bi wɔ hɔ a I need to thank God for. I was saying den nyame ase wɔn hwɛ m'anim ɛ unse abrabɔtɔ no bi a ɛbɔtia o nanso so anya bi a wɔn kwan, be thankful for that. Abrabɔ mu ɛden but nanso so wɔn so nyame wɔ hu onda bɔnten o wɔ single room a wo dem, be thankful for that. Ladies and gentlemen, usi why go out there and see when it rains. There are brothers and sisters with blood like you, with body like you. And I'm your secretary, and I'm a boss. Send your theater, you will close us, obichimi, and you want me a major. Will be action application that will achieve change the day. I will jaya our channel. Ladies and gentlemen, sometimes when things are tough, we forget about the good side of life. That any Quran we will be. And you're not European, so I don't know who I'm talking to. But in your mission, the challenges of life will meet you. And the fact that you are a Christian doesn't mean you are immune to the challenges of life. Tons of challenges, brother. In the days of Peter, Paul, James, they were praying, they knew Jesus, but some of them were arrested. Sister, sometimes we know God, but things does not work the way we want. And it's so painful. Say, the negative side of life, you don't even think of the positive. Say, and whenever things are tough, remember this in life, that at least in my life there is one thing I can thank God for. Job was a better person than you, yet he suffered. Sister, sometimes we suffer. Nevertheless, there is something to thank God for. Even bad times end. Everything ends. Whether it is good or bad, it doesn't last forever. When situation is troubling you, it may seem as if it will never end. There is no problem you have gone through that did not end. Now, the problems you have today was not problems you had yesterday. The ones you had yesterday, it had ended. So who told you that the one you have presently will not end tomorrow? There is no problem that will last forever and ever. Even this what God has created, it will end one day. When challenges come and things are tough, life is tough, remember, number one, be thankful. Number two, remember that it doesn't matter how the problem looks like. One day their poverty will end. Yesterday has ended, today has come. Na ende bia nso ene hu so hwe ne amanehunu na so adechi adesan no nyame ya de foforo. Don't give up. And uti na mika akasa no say my enemies do not rejoice over me. When I fall, I will rise. When I fall, I will rise. It means that there comes a day you will fall, but you will surely rise. Sometimes you don't look like you can make it, but God will turn your case around. Check the Bible. Wo bi bia o Bible ma wo nyame shira ni pagya ni bia their case wasn't good. It looked as if it won't turn. Enti onyame eno na oma of our rejected stone na oye no cornerstone no. Because adie biara ayeye de da onye ni ye. De asay. Ana oye ni ye. Eruti na mekpa so me be ka kire sa asay. Nyame be ye ni ye. Obi bia wo Bible ma no yare bia Yesu san yare ana wansan yare. Eti nka wanyare a ka yare sa beba. Sister, when you have a problem there is a solution. When you don't have a problem you can't see God. Why? Because God lives in problems and He's a solution. Your mindset is half the battle. Whenever you are going through tough time, remember that you cannot give up in your mind. The only way men quit is when their mind is tired. The more the brains, the less the muscles. Who share with me? Now, okay, say, I have given up. The person has given up in mind, not in body. And so therefore, whenever the devil push you to the wall, you need to stand up in your mind. You don't stand up with your leg. Why? Because it is your mind that controls your leg. A man who wins a battle won it by mind, not by blow. So Mayweather has won many battles, not because he is skillful and good. And I want the catch to say blow ni biakano. A boy a bomb Mayweather tips a cano. Onyayanko be gloves na kasema bre. But he has made up his mind to be a winner. Sister, bro, abrabobu be yade, but make up your mind you are not giving up. A lot of people gave up when they were closer to their breakthrough. Go to the cemeteries. There are people who committed suicide simply because of shabrabodi and abrabo yichire and say usi mwache kabenye kwa wenye bidida kabe wade awa wade dida he obebreu efiede se so obuafo no wan the pool of Bethesda 38 years onya na yarisa na wanya na yarisa. Sister, keep your mind focused on Jesus. He is the author and the finisher of your faith. And that is That's why Obibia or Tadi Nigeria because see, men are full of promises, but God is full of fulfillment. Even unbelievers who don't speak in tongues, they've made up their mind that she can't be a business and we too fail. They made up. So when in life, when you don't make up your mind, you can easily give up. Sometimes put me shabra bondi na brabona kasa. Actually say, oh, I didn't ye. Emfa. Your mind set is halfway the battle. Make up your mind, you are not losing. Because anyway, if you lose your mind and you lose the match, your enemies will mock at you. Because see, when you walk up park that, I go share board no. Omo ba some be share board, they be your opponents. And they be see those on your side. Now you must understand that when they score you, the opponent will jubilate. When you score them, your opponent will be put to shame. And life is like that. There are many people watching you on the field of play. Some are on your side, some are not on your side. If you fail, they will mock at you. And if you lose, they will mock at you. If you win, they will say. And sometimes, even those who are opponents, the moment you win, they want to join the winning. Is it true? Even when they are against you and you are winning, they want to be on your side. Ladies and gentlemen, win the battle of life. Don't allow your mind to tell you you are a failure. You are not. God is on your side. Be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee and I will help you. And I will uphold you with my righteous hand. The present is all you really have to deal with. And some of you are frustrated. You are trying to solve problems yesterday, today, and tomorrow. Yet, you don't even know what God has for you tomorrow. Oh, yes, sir, you'll be so frustrated. Now, what here? By this, I'm trying to come across. I've seen the sit down 4-bedroom flat. Who's so frustrated? Oh, wow. Now, Kaya, quite the chem, crush, I'm a chin. We are saying, we come back, Saka, baby. Who's so frustrated? Ladies and gentlemen, deal with today. Don't look at tomorrow. Tomorrow belongs to God, not to men. When you try to think with God and you try to be like God, you will die. The man sees the end from the beginning. You see today. What you are seeing is within the hour you are living, not even the next hour. You are limited. So if you try to become a creator, try to see tomorrow, you'll be frustrated. Because once you look at your age, 42. I can't 8 years, maybe 50. Hey! Hey! So say then I'm because I deal with one best age idiot. Between your best, just say you are thinking of how to become some. Ladies and gentlemen, you can have a dream, but when you have a dream, leave it for God. He knows how to calculate the dream for you. Because if you are to look at tomorrow, you will die. Look at today. All you have is today, the present, not tomorrow. Are you here? So for God, He gives you life tomorrow. But for men, we have today. And listen, once He gives you life tomorrow, He knows what is in tomorrow. But if you think to calculate your life into tomorrow, you will die. So you can plan for your life, but don't try to be in tomorrow. A good. But who you frustrated say, I don't know my age, the main talker. The main worry. The main worry. I said, me now for you know, and then maybe out of pressure to be worried, maybe almost universal. When you are going through tough time, these are things you must think of. Learn from the difficult times. Facing difficulties is inevitable. Learning from them is optional. The ways of the ant is full of wisdom. Ladies and gentlemen, whenever you go through disappointment, disgrace, shame, tough times, learn from the difficult times. There is always a lesson to learn from difficult times, and that is what makes you a mature person. Some of you don't learn from difficult times. When things are tough and hard, you don't learn. You keep repeating the same mistake, repeating. And the man who keeps repeating mistakes, you are like a fool. Here, ants. When the weather changes to a dry season, or prepare. Knowing ant only answer, ant only leader, ant or why the ninya dry pen was started now? Because even the ant can see ahead and know that there will come a rainy season. Now, was started and the Dianian. Everyone, minimum how God does it anyway, but I can't explain. And so satisfied topic, who are shaman. And so a satisfied talk, Hesenia Sase for. And so need to be cause as and do baby and Tatia, and in the Dianiacosi. It tells you that a Dianin baby because here deep, or Tatia. I use your fun in it, or channel funny beam. They learn lessons to know that rainy season is a threat to our destiny. So therefore, when we have dry season, we need to prepare. Whoa, you don't learn from difficult times. First relationship, you're disappointed. Second, you're disappointed. The same mistake in your third one. You don't learn from difficult times. You don't learn from your difficult times. And now, I want you to know, now Kendra was sick. Oh, the ball mato sa, mato, scanasa. Who say, a member especially, when we have money, we forget ourselves. When we are broke, we remember ourselves. Even some of you ladies, when you have money, it's all about ribbons, hair, makeup artist. Yes, car. No, I start. Mary Kay. Have to buy one. Me Brazil. I say. Me draw so. A bit. Me Pablo, I need to change it. Is it true? Also, when you see a lot of plans come up. Mumbiame. Oh, come on, church. I'm speaking to. Also, when you see and I will say, you may be a quality. Now the all the so the check. Sikania Sabasa. Yeah. Light bill. Oh, nyame sade beba. Nyame ono shire nipa. Ladies and gentlemen, there will surely come a tough time, difficult times, but when God has given you an opportunity to have the grace you are walking in today, use the grace you have today to prepare for tomorrow. In your difficult times, learn. You have overcome challenges before. Haven't you overcome many challenges before? So who told you that the present one will also not pass? Every challenge comes to challenge you for the next level of your life. How you treat it and how you say it determines where you are placed. If you don't have money and you are broke, get out there, look for something to do with your life and stop speaking in tongues. Tongues does not put food on the table. Hard work put food on the table. But tongues is Alapaya, my destiny helper, man tukata. Do I have destiny helper? No, so I have my destiny when you scale. Laptop, baby, I will be give favor, receive favor to attract your destiny helper. Receive favor, ladies and gentlemen. It is not all favor that attracts. Some favor makes you. Favor be about so it makes you to become great, so that you can help people. Some favor comes upon you, it attracts a helper. Favor be also about it makes you rich, so that you can help the poor. Receive that one. The one that will make you richer, not the one that will attract people. So don't be deceived to think that favor be also about it appears through hard work. About there, but uya juma kakra na nyame multiply, right? Don't let failure threaten you, and don't allow age to predict your ways. You are not alone in this. God is with you. Obi wa wa dia onye sika ncheche nioma. Na so omudi 10 years anniversary. You talk at you. Obi also a wedding na so wacheche nioma. Na so 10 years to come. No more petrol. No more free 5-bedroom flat. Ekotena single room. Time and chance happens to them all, and God is the maker of them all. Poverty, He's the greatest enemy to the mind of a great person. When poverty enters into you, you see everybody to be an enemy. Everybody hates you. Nobody likes you. And then you feel like, even my wife does not respect me. My husband does not respect me. Poverty. He talks, suggests. Now for the enemies and ways are obey to say asumesi. And looking at the young girls of today, most of them can date a sugar daddy. Big man 50, 60, 70, or no 20, 25. The reason is that send a party me do and because life has become competition. Life should not be a competition. You were created with your own lane. You must fulfill that purpose. Stop following somebody's dream. You will die. What does not belong to your head, if you fix it on your head, it will become a load. It's in me. In my pastoral ministry, I am not intimidated by grammar. I am not intimidated by your shout. I am not intimidated about how many people that sits under you. I am intimidated by losing heaven. Your children here, now our dream says to a failure. Deliverance doesn't make sense. The greatest deliverance is from the brain, not from the body. Once a man is liberated mentally, the body will function well. No matter how many demons you have in your house, if your brain tells you you are a failure, the demons will even sit back and watch you play the ball, because they know you can't score. Do you understand the word canceling? no children access so obos are adwene ne kra anye adwene in your body way cannot function well. When the engine of a car is not good, the body is waste. And anyway, if the engine is also good and you put in the wrong chemicals, the car cannot function well. So once you put in negative thoughts, you cannot function well. The body functions based on the mind. You see yourself as a winner, you will win. You see yourself as a loser, you will lose. Don't give up. There is something to thank God for. Thank God for it. But after that, remember that you are not the only person going through what you are going through. Even if God sees you winning the battle and you decide to fail yourself, heaven will clap for you for failing. Remember that if you don't make riches well, and if you don't make life become real, God can judge you to go to hell. If you don't get up to become who you are destined to be, hell is waiting for you. Because refusing to fail, it means that everything God invested in you, you didn't appreciate it. Ladies and gentlemen, if there are no hedges and there are no walls, you cannot jump. It means you have not overcome. The reason why God brings obstacles in our way is to jump so that we can see the better things ahead of life.